One would have thought that after so many years, not just so many years, 12 good years of trying and doing everything possible to ensure that Qatar 2022 doesn't see the light of day. Or is it day of light? Nah, it's light of day. And not succeeding, people would have given up by now. But nah, a luta continua. The battle continues. I mean, a lot of countries are still trying everything possible. If they have the opportunity, Qatar would still be stripped of the World Cup with barely 2 months to go. Yes, barely 2 months to go. People would still want this World Cup to be stripped off. But you know what? I mean, where it has gotten to, it's impossible. It has happened before. A country has been stripped off the World Cup. That was Colombia, I think. Colombia, yeah, but it wasn't 2 months to the World Cup though. So yeah, people are doing everything possible to do it, but they know that wouldn't happen. So what are they trying to do now? They need to discredit Qatar. They need to make people feel, or they need to make whatever they wanted to announce why they wanted Qatar to be stripped of the World Cup. It will still happen during the World Cup. So Qatar should be aware of, or should be ready for more atrocities, more antagonization, more of everything that will cause pain to them. Yes, because people are working. First of all, it's Denmark. I saw Denmark. You know, every country is releasing their jerseys. Yes, jerseys for the tournament. And when Denmark released theirs, a lot of eyebrows were like, "What's up? Why this?" Yes, it was unusual of Denmark. So people began asking questions, why this jersey, why that? I mean, and the designer of the jersey came out to say that in as much as we are going to the World Cup, we are not supporting Qatar for hosting this World Cup. Yes, they cannot boycott the World Cup because World Cup is bigger than Qatar. It's something the whole world is playing. So, but they will show their concern that a lot of people who worked, who built the stadiums and all the goodies you will come to Qatar to see suffered in the hands of Qatar. That their words I'm saying, not me. I mean, so this is what they are trying to say, that human rights, Qatar did not treat the expatriates well. We the expatriates in this country, Qatar did not treat us well, or Qatar is not treating us well. So they are doing that to show a sign, or to let Qatar know that it is wrong to treat human beings like that. This is basically what they are talking about. A lot of people died. So that's why they are coming out with this jersey. They are coming out with a jersey where they are not going to highlight anything in the jersey. You just see the jersey like silhouette, if you understand silhouette. Like you just see the jersey. If it's red, you see it's red. Even though, you know, I'm not wearing a jersey, but like you see, when you're wearing a jersey, you see the country's emblem or logo or what have you over here. You see the sponsor, maybe it's Nike, Adidas, whatever. You see it, all those details, the number. I think the number, they can't do anything. The FIFA rule will not permit them to do that. If not, they would have done it. All those details, you will not see them. They said they are not going to highlight those details. They will tone all those details down. So when you see a JC, first of all, you ask a question, why are these people JC like this? Then they are going to explain to you that, oh, it's because of this and that, and that's like raising awareness, right? So that is what they've decided to do, and they've decided to choose a third kit, a third jersey. You know, FIFA is trying actually to push for countries to use third jersey actually at the World Cup, so that when the two jerseys clash like that and it's not favorable, you can use a third jersey, which will be a different color altogether. So they came out with black, and this black also, they've toned down the details like that. So those are the jerseys on the screen you are seeing. They've toned down the details in the jersey like that. This jersey we are talking about, the black one, for instance, like they don't use black. They don't use black, but because of the tournament, they are using the black. They say it looks like they are mourning the deceased, the dead, the demised, all those who died. So that's what Denmark started the agenda actually. And then I saw France. Like I see, if somebody told me France was going to do that, I wouldn't have Believe, look, France is the list of countries I thought would do that to Qatar, because Qatar's relationship with France, it's like two brothers. Let me put it that way, like two brothers, because Qatar is investing so much in France. You know, they own PSG. Yeah, PSG, Paris Saint-Germain. Do you know the money they are pumping into? Like, just, Mbappe is currently the richest player in the world, right? And Messi is there. Messi, Neymar, these three players, their wages alone, and these monies are being pumped to France to do this, and other companies they are opening over there, and other things they are doing. Like, Qatar and France are like this, but France has also decided that they are not going to mount the usual giant screen that they mount in their country during the World Cup, like, how we do. France is just like Africa, that's how Africa we do. They all their players are even African. So yeah, they are African. So they usually mount giant screens outside where people will be watching the match and enjoying and all that. But now this trip, they say they are not going to do it. That's also their way of telling Qatar, you did not treat human beings right. Those who suffered for your country, those who taught to do everything, you did not treat them right. So France is also trying to do that. I know other countries like England have their agenda coming. Once France, Denmark, France, these are like big countries in Europe. Once they've started, if Italy was in the tournament, Italy are not there, but they will definitely join the agenda. And another thing I saw is they are trying to bring a protest. I don't know if FIFA will approve it, or it doesn't. They don't need FIFA's approval. They said, just as they do for Black Lives Matter or Black Lives Matter or whatever, I don't know, that the people kneel down and do whatever, like, before they start football matches. They are trying to do that during the World Cup also. They say after singing the national anthem, they are going to bow their heads for some few seconds for the deceased and all that. So these are the agendas they are planning. It's not, I know they have a lot in stock, because if France of all nations is also going to join this, trust me, a lot of countries are going. I know it's only African that have nothing to, because we will even come to borrow money from Qatar, so Africa will not join. But I know most of the European countries that don't necessarily need anything directly from Qatar, they will buy from me. It's trade. I give you money, you give me oil or something like that. They don't care. They will join. They know they will work with you. They will buy from you. You also need my money. Yes, so they will do. But other countries that know that, look, this war I'm trying to start is beyond football. It's just beyond football. They are not going to join. But Qatar should be prepared for this. Things like this are going to happen, and they should be prepared for it. They should have a tough skin to be able to soak this pressure and make sure that the World Cup they want to host, to make history as one of the best, or not the best World Cup ever. I believe this World Cup is going to be the best ever. I've always said this on every platform I've been to, that this World Cup is going to be the best ever. I believe South Africa, so far South Africa 2010 is the best. As it stands now, South Africa 2010 has been the best, but this World Cup is going to overtake South Africa. And these European countries are going to do everything possible to steal the shine, or to nullify it, to make it look like, oh, it's not the best. So Qatar should be prepared for all this. They should, they know what to do. You have money, you know what you should do. Not to pay, you can't pay them. It's not about paying them, but there are things you should put. If you need any advice, or you need anything, or things you think you will do to nullify all this, you can see me. I have a lot after here. I can tell you, I can show you, or I can do with you, because I'm here in Qatar, so that these things will not have any negative impact or effect on you. So yeah, this is all I just brought to you. If you've not subscribed to Kamaslight TV, kindly subscribe, because I'm going to bring you all details, all information about 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. This is the hope of Qatar 2022. Subscribe, hit the notification button, so that anytime I post, you are the first to get it. Thank you for stopping by.
What's up, Sly?